Wait, do you want me to stand? Wait, do you want me to
Should be all good now.
I don't see.
Go ahead and say that we'll be waiting 10 minutes or so. Who else is on our team?
We're just starting. So, hello everyone, and thank you for attending our event. As you probably know, this is Stump the Profs. ACMs used to be annual event, but nowadays we plan to hold it twice a year. And thank you all for coming. So, since we're in a hybrid format this time, we are going to use Kahoot to collect your answers. So you can see the game pin up there on the screen. And please join us through the Kahoot website, which is, I believe, kahoot.it. And because we are streaming this through YouTube, there will be a delay on the stream, about 2 seconds compared to what actually happens in the Kahoot. So that's why the people who are attending live today are going to see the same stream that people are seeing online. So that's why nobody gets an advantage by seeing questions early. But also, that leads to us having to warn you about the delay. So when the Kahoot shows that there is about 2 seconds left, that's probably when the question is already over. So please try to get your answers in about 5 seconds before the timer goes off, just to be safe and just to make sure that your answers count. Also for the professors, please let me know the nicknames you're going to use. I can see that a lot of professors are using the nicknames that are very decidable. So when we're calculating points, I'm going to go off the nicknames. So if you're using something that's hard to identify as a professor, please let me know. And yes, thank you for all for joining. So we will probably wait for another 5 minutes maybe to collect the players, and then we will begin. So it seems we should be about ready to start. And even if you didn't make it to the beginning of the game, people are still going to be able to join in later. So, shall we begin the game? The game shall begin. Like we have a leader. So yeah, what output isn't possible for a following multi-threaded program? Is the second question. Oh yeah, and by the way, the questions which require like looking at the scheme and actually thinking about the answer, I put like the timer will be longer for them. So, but please keep in mind that you probably want your answers in 5 seconds before the Kahoot on the stream is actually timed out.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to read because we have it in the ultra low latency mode, which reduces quality but also reduces latency.
Oh, maybe it's not shown. The first thread is printing out A, and the second one is printing out B. So, now it's still all possible.
Pretty sure that without more information, this program has a race condition and undefined behavior. I'm pretty sure. There you go. Oh, that focusing would help. It was there for a minute.
Well, scissors. The timer.
Okay. Yeah, so turn 10, because one of the variables updates first, and it grabs the 0 value for another one. And then the other value, even if it sees it as the updated. So variable 0 initially, then 1 adds 4 to the value of the other.
Yeah, no, I mean, I understand. That's only true if he assumes the kind of consistency.
I guess.
Most languages don't provide by default.
Can you catch up with the stream?
No, I think it's just the Wi-Fi is giving out on us.
Oh. So what will the result of the post-order traversal of the following tree be? Four, three, two, one. And seems like the majority collect answers to this, so that's good. But we have a new leader.
Student is the lead.
Yeah. Though Professor Pina is quite close too. Okay. Which of the insert values will trigger a node rotation in the following binary search tree? Three, two, one. Get your answers in, please. So what is the standing now? Oh, actually Professor Pina is taking the first spot now. Okay, is it true that the depth of search in the following tree nodes checks the nodes in the following order? 4, 2, 6, 3, 5, and then 7? Please pay attention that it's a depth first search. A little hint here. Three, two, one, zero. Okay, and it seems like Professor Pina still is in the lead. So, but students are catching up. Will we be able to? Okay, so who created the Linux kernel? Zero.
Real test of reaction.
Someone put Bosnia.
But it's indeed. So what is the standing now?
Any professor will tell you 14-1 is as good as it gets.
Okay, well, seems like the standing hasn't really changed. Although Sam is climbing up, it seems.
Oh boy, this is gonna be.
Okay, so which C++ code snippet realizes the class represented on the following UML diagram? Oh no. Oh no, should I give hinters for this? Yeah, live people are suddenly at a disadvantage. That's what you get for trying to make questions more. Okay, I will show the. Okay, I believe it's. Yes, since unfortunately people are at a disadvantage. Yeah. Okay. I'll need to keep this in mind next time. I did want to put them as pictures because it's better to just look at the lines, but yeah. Okay, seems like Professor Pin is still in the lead. So, lucky guess. Okay, which of the following is not an object-oriented programming language? And this should be easy, hopefully.
Everything an object-oriented programming language now?
2, 1, 0. And Haskell it is. Okay, Amy's climbing up. So, okay, out of the following, which programming language is the oldest? So, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Fortran it is. It was like a year older than the rest of them. Well, except for C.
I was going to say, one of those is clearly the newest. The list is very close, too. What was Fortran related?
What? Okay, what are the valid ways for CS students to find on-campus research opportunities?
Oh no.
Oh no!
What happened?
Follow the dubious link.
Fuck.
Is there a
There
way?
is no way. Bye. Oh no. No.
Pretty much everybody got it right, though.
Everybody who managed to answer. Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, so this one was actually intended to let people know about the UIC Innovation Center recruiting students for research, because that's not an opportunity I knew about, and I figured it would be interesting to share. So, if you're interested, please submit your resume. They have a website. So yeah. Just Google UIC Innovation Center, and okay, seems like Professor Pina got that right. That we have a clear leader here. Okay, so the next question is, which kernel is the Windows 10 operating system based on? Okay, so hint, one of them is not even a kernel. And of course, this should have had Windows and C before it, but that would make it too obvious, so we shortened it. Okay, which hardware component is responsible for translating virtual memory addresses into physical? Is it the chat? Oh, Professor Mansky is catching up. Okay, so a series of slightly trickier questions is, okay, how many bits do pointers have in x86-64 architecture? 1, 0. Okay, and it's indeed 64. Yeah, I underestimated the delay, perhaps. So,
I didn't think the delay would be that bad.
yeah.
We're using Twitch next time, by the way.
If we have it next time.
in person.
Next
Yes,
time,
next
hopefully,
time.
we'll be in
Earlier hour
person.
Yes.
A little
But-
earlier in person.
For some reason, the YouTube stream quality degrades the longer it's running. So,
Okay, so, well, Okay, so the next question is how many bits are used for addressing physical memory in x86-64 architecture? So please note the difference here between the previous question and this one. The delays. God. Can we make it slightly less? Wait, before you skip to the next question, can we try at least? Because this is getting... Correct. So which of the following is not a Turing-complete programming language? And okay, so most of you could have probably gotten it, but by the method of exception. So yes, elimination. But which is the correct order of commands for committing code changes to the GitHub repository? Three, two, one, answers. And yes, indeed, it's git add, git commit, and git push. As probably anyone who'd have taken 361 would know. But possibly even earlier than that. Okay, so the next one. Which of the following faculty members graduated from UIC? I wonder if anyone is going to get this one right. Oh, true. Actually, the majority got it right. It's great. Okay, Professor Mansky is climbing the ranks. So what is the most used cloud computing platform today? Three, two, one. Okay, indeed, it's the Amazon one. Oh, and there are some switches in the rankings. Okay, where was Bill Gates born? Three, two, one. And, well, almost nobody got it wrong. I guess Bill Gates is that popular.
People are really fast at Googling.
What is the best-selling computer of all time? Three, two, one.
Only three. Was that just the professors who got that right?
We're alive at the time, but it's still sort of...
The Raspberry Pi 4 and new Apple Macs are using the processor based on which architecture? Three, four, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, the majority got it right. Great. But of course, some people got fooled by the another ARM present there. Okay, what is the output of the following circuit? Oh no, this should have been a longer question.
A is 1, B is 0, C is 1. And it's A, B, C on there. Or, sorry, A, C, B on there. The top and the bottom. I feel people just guessed on that one.
Yeah.
You gotta get paper and pencil a little more time.
Yeah.
Or no paper and
We didn't
pencil
set
a lot
time.
more time.
I should have, but I think because the majority of the long questions from the beginning. Okay, so another one of those.
Okay. This one's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, I believe it's a mutex, right?
Oh well.
The first one's a mux, an AND gate, a half.
Yes. This is- Which of those early supercomputers was the most well known to the public? And now I think people who lived back then would have an advantage for sure.
HAL 9000.
Disagree. I think this is a matter of semantics.
One of them was fiction, but
One was fictional, but was more well known than one that was real. That's what got insane PR. He got more PR than the book.
What is the name of Professor Hallenbeck's cat?
No, no.
oh, you didn't get an actual picture of
No.
We should have gotten one of it.
that class, and he uses it as an example.
Right, so how well did you study? It's indeed Cosmo with a D. Actually, during my first week of the class, I was misspelling it too.
People misspelled it.
Yeah. But hey, at least most people got that it's Cosmo.
I mean, it was 3 out of the 4 options.
Correct. What did Professor Rin hand out during the pre-COVID CES 141? And yeah, I suppose this question is for those who have been around. Okay, it was dollars. So Professor Reed used to hand out dollars for correct answers in the class.
Sometimes 10s and 20s of dollars.
Mostly just $1 bills, but yeah.
Dollars.
Yeah, I can see some. Professor Hamel is raising up. What did Professor Hamel hand out during the pre-COVID CS 251? Yeah, indeed, paper handouts.
If you answer the question wrong on Piazza, you dish it out.
And he got it right.
Wow.
I'm surprised. Who is the current head of the CS department? And it's Professor Sloan. So, I can see professors got it right.
Good answer.
Okay, what was the first computer Tetris was played on? Ah. Oh, Professor Sloan knew. The next computer and software company was founded by this person.
This person left a very big company and then came back to that company afterwards.
3, 2. Yeah. Seems like everyone got the answer.
Well, that was a pretty good guess.
Okay, Unix was originally developed by.
At least spell his name right. Linus Sebastian. Linus Texas.
2, 1, 0, and Professor Hamel is climbing up.
Are you Sam 2 or Sam 1? Oh yeah, there's Sam 1.
What is the first element printed in the in-order traversal of the tree?
I think this is a 200 level class.
2, 1, 0. And well, it seems like most people got it right. But if you remember correctly, in order is first you print the left one, then the root, then the right one.
I think it's 251.
What is the running time of the quicksort, which means the write time complexity? I wonder if Professor Hamel is going to get this one right. Yeah, it's indeed n log n, because you need to at least be able to traverse it once, and quicksort makes it quick, so. Okay, Sam2 is climbing up. Okay, how much RAM did the original Apple I have in the basic configuration?
Very expensive silences.
Oh, yes.
There weren't that many made. Apple IIe's are like cheap, cheap, cheap because there were gazillions of them around.
Oh, Professor Hamel is climbing up.
They have that wood. Some of them have the Kernel on.
So, how many programming languages does Google currently develop and support?
So the three languages are Go, Kotlin, and Dart. Not counting like Flutter and stuff because they're built on top of Dart. But yes, those are the three currently supported by Google.
Professor Hamel is climbing up. Okay, which of the following operating system does not belong in the Unix family? And there is a little Easter egg for people who took 461, because one of those operating systems is the one we work in, the class. so Windows it is. XV6 is a very old version of Linux's little sister, developed specifically for students to take a look at.
Professors are destroying the students.
Which of the following famous people has a computer degree? Three, two, one. And yes, the person who probably has the least to do with the CS among the following ones is the one. Ah,
Wow. Getting absolutely destroyed by the professors.
which direction did the POSX Mac stack build? Up or down?
Yeah, I think you put fast. As soon as thinking was gonna. Oh.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, so all modern stacks build up, but pre OSX was actually built down. That's sort of what invented the area of the modern Mac OS, is whenever they changed their entire architecture. And after that, it was built up just like everybody else.
Oh, students are taking over the top 5. So which version of Java was JavaFX introduced in?
If you're in 342, what's the minimum Java version you can use?
Okay, so 8 it is. Okay, seems like the top 5 didn't change. Okay, so according to year's news, where does UIC rank in terms of computer science?
The professors got to know this because they're the ones who's making it happen. So.
And it's actually 64. Hey, it seems like some people are pessimistic. Why?
Well, a lot of people are confident. Well, 6 people said 52.
Well, that's not being confident. Actually, nobody in the top 5 got it right, it seems.
Last question.
Which of the following programming languages most closely resembles C# in syntax? Three, two, one. Yes, and it's indeed Java. Despite the name similarities, the syntaxes is completely different. Okay, so let's see who... Oh, Professor Mansky accounted the third place. Professor Sloan actually finished top 1. And actually, the whole top 3 is filled with professors. So I guess the stamp goes to the professors. But I guess one of the little announcements we wanted to make is that this is probably, hopefully, the last hybrid event we have to host, at least the last hybrid Stump the Profs event. And that next semester we are going back to the old ways it was held, where the teams of students and the teams of professors will be asking each other questions instead of us asking everyone questions. I hope we will start sending emails about that somewhere like early, the beginning of the next spring semester. So please look forward to it. And I guess professors do get to keep the stamp, but hopefully we can get it back next time. So yeah, thank you very much for to everyone who participated, and we apologize for the technical difficulties. We will try to learn from our mistakes here and make it better next time. Well, hopefully we make it live next time, which will be the ideal way to do it. Yes, thank you very much for your participation, and thank you all who attended us virtually too.